Jack, since the Tomb of the Mutilated album, you had done a lot more touring. So do you think that because the band had got a lot kind of tighter through doing lots of touring, did that make a difference when you came to record the album?
Oh yeah, it made a big difference as far as getting our new guitarist, Rob Barrett, getting him writing with us and stuff, and you know, just writing a perfect album. You know, before we had albums that had good songs, when they weren't all good songs. You know, and this album we think we got like all good songs, good songwriting. You know, we just keep emphasizing that. You know.
Now you also worked with Scott Burns at Morrisound, and sort of being devil's advocate here, I was just wondering, he does so many death metal bands. Why did you want to work with him? I mean, you obviously weren't concerned that you might end up with a slightly generic sound.
No, well, we've been working with him since the beginning. Yeah. He's done all 4 of our records, and we feel ultra comfortable being down at Morrisound and with Scott. We've said it a million times, he's like a 6th member in the band. He knows our sound. Mm-hmm. He accomplishes a great deal when we go into the studio and work with him, and no one really works harder than Scott Burns in the recording business. You know, no one that I've seen. You know, I've never seen any producer work 24 hours a day, and basically half the day is, you know, just free time. He works on it himself. He doesn't even care if he gets paid for half the stuff just because he wants it to sound good. So I mean, we feel as though we came up with an excellent sounding record, and Scott is about, you know, 60% of that, you know, just because he put in a lot of time during the production of the record.
And that enthusiasm must all rub off on you as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, when someone works that as hard as you do at creating the songs, you know, and he's sitting there behind the board for 24 hours a day, that just says a hell of a lot, you know, of his character. So.
Something else we should talk about is your part in the film Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, which is out now. How did that come about, and what kind of exposure has it given the band? Have you had any feedback from that?
Oh yeah, we've had a lot of feedback. Basically what happened was Jim Carrey, the star of the film, he's a big fan of the heavier styles of music like death metal. He likes a lot of hard rock and stuff, and he basically told the production company there at Morgan Creek that he thought we'd be a good band for the part that they had in mind, and we went ahead and did it. You know, they called up Metal Blade, and it was a real good time. We actually had a lot of fun doing the movie.
It's a very different experience, I would think.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was kind of helped too, you know. We had a little bit of experience going in filming the first video after that, you know, after doing that, going through that type of thing.
Well, that's what I was going to move on to next, actually, because it is your first video, Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead. And I was just wondering, why did you feel that the time was right to make a video?
Well, we actually wanted to do one for Tomb of the Mutilated, but, you know, with the busy touring schedule and just everything, didn't get a chance to. But, you know, with this album, it's really pretty much the right time, you know. It was about time, actually. We had something on MTV and all over the place, you know.
What sort of response have you had to the video?
Oh, a lot of kids have come up to us at the shows and really, like, you know, enjoyed the video and wondered if it was going to be on a few more times, you know. So, you know, nothing but a good response for it.
Same here in Europe. We've been playing it and we've had a very good response. But were you at all concerned that your fans are very dedicated, very enthusiastic? Were you at all concerned that they might say that you were selling out in some way to make a video?
No, not at all, because we basically followed the storyline of the song, and you know, we feel as though it's a pretty frightening video.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were just lucky that nothing was edited out of the video, and it was taken at its original, you know, piece.
Because that is always a worry, that you never really know how a video is going to turn out. And what I would say about the video is it's very clinical, and I think that suits suits the song very well.
Yeah, it basically just follows the storyline of a guy being near-death experience, lying on the table, and he's actually alive still, but no one knows it. So
There's a little tear coming out of his eye at the end. It's
yeah.
very spooky, actually. It kind of gets to your brain more than anything else as well. Now, you guys are coming over to Europe a little bit later on this year, aren't you? Now, that's the headlining situation, is it?
Yeah, most likely. It's being worked on right now. We don't know anything about it, but you know, September-ish.
And is that going to be, is that your first headlining shows in Europe?
no, we've done some smaller tours where we've headlined, but this will hopefully be an upscale tour, and we'll try to reach a lot of different places.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for talking to me on Headbangers Ball, Cannibal Corpse, new album, The Bleeding.